I think a big part of staying on grounds for me was about the community. I had a really wonderful community in my first year call, and I was really worried that I would lose kind of that sense of home if I went off grounds.
I decided to stay on grounds my second year because I wanted to kind of be closer to like resources and the community.
I think the biggest thing was community. I feel like living on grounds gives you a sense of community that you really can't find anywhere else.
I decided to stay on grounds because I love the community here.
And living on grounds is easier to connect to people.
I was really looking to feel more involved with the community here, especially being a transfer student, trying to get more participation in the kinds of things that I missed out on in my first year.
My first year was actually that COVID year where everyone was online. Very sad. So I think it was really important for me second year to kind of get that community, like almost first year experience that I feel like UVA really builds on.
Staying on grounds was overall very convenient.
I think a big factor that influenced my decision to stay on grounds was convenience.
I decided to stay on grounds because I really love being close to, simply put, where all the action is.
You're more aware of things that are happening around grounds, so you can take advantage of those resources. Like, they're very in your face, easy to get.
I was planning on being on grounds no matter what, just because I love the community that UVA kind of fosters with on grounds, with all the dining halls, being able to see your friends and whatnot.
Second year, I had many different options, off grounds and on grounds, and I was a bit overwhelmed deciding whether I should live off grounds or on grounds.
I was undecided on if I wanted to live off grounds or on grounds. I thought I had a friend group, and then they turned out to not be the best of friends.
It's like fall, you're only 2 months in, and everybody's saying, we need to find an apartment, we need to know who we're living with.
Biggest thing that factored into the decision was sort of the timeline. First year, it was kind of hard to get a group together to go off grounds.
I really wanted the flexibility of having more time to choose my housing options.
Being on grounds, I had housing that I could count on and kind of depend on.
Making sure to keep costs consistent across semesters and even across years.
Other than the obvious answer of rent is through the roof right now, and I'm not exactly made of cash. I rely a lot on my financial aid, even just coming to school.
Entering second year, I decided to stay at Hereford because it felt like a place that gave you the autonomy to either be involved or not be involved as much as you were willing to.
So I wanted to make sure that, one, I was close to classes, and I was also living with my group of friends.
Because you're on grounds, you have a lot more ease of access to your classes and everything.
Definitely the location. I'm a nursing student, so I have a 5-minute walk to class every day, which is really nice.
I chose to live on grounds for my second and third years now because the Spanish house was right there, and I saw it as just another opportunity to better my language skills, immerse myself in Spanish culture, get a more overall holistic experience.
It's really close to every school. The college is right next to us. The E-school is maybe a 10-minute walk.
My main thing for deciding to live on grounds was being close to my classes because I'm in the A school, so it's right next door. So many A school kids at Lambeth. We've definitely got a good community built around being here and commuting back and forth at the same time.
I'm in the engineering school, so the walk to my classes is 8 minutes.
A lot of my classes and activities take up a lot of time on grounds, and so it's very easy to be able to commute back and forth. It's very convenient to both get to my classes and get to and from the clubs that I'm in.
I'm just closer to everything on grounds. I mean, it's like a 10-minute walk at most to get to my furthest class. And you're my friends, a ton of my friends also live on grounds, which is very convenient.
It's very close to everything else, the dining halls, central grounds, honestly the AFC, E-school, everything you need is very close proximity.
You're so close to the AFC and other central aspects of grounds.
It's just the best spot to be for classes and transportation and just the community to get around everyone and be able to do what you want to do.
I'm very close to university transit services. I can take the bus anywhere I need to go.
I love how the bus runs also go anywhere on grounds.
I can just hop on a bus and then it'll take me straight to UVA. So my walk to classes is really, really short compared to my friends who live off grounds, it's like a 30 to 40 minute walk if they want to get to central grounds.
It's really close to like main grounds, and if there's anything ever happening on the lawn, you can like be there in like 8 minutes or like a 5-minute walk.
I love being so close to everything that I hear about events that are going on, and then I find out they're a 3-minute walk from my house.
For example, at the IRC, we are 30 seconds from Alumni Hall, and they are always holding events and bingo night and whatnot, and it's way more motivating to go to events when you live super close.
I could utilize whatever programs I wanted to be involved in without feeling like I had to be rushed into anything. It feels very much like you can take life at your own pace.
It's so easy to just attend some of these events going on Central Grounds, to get out there, experience as many opportunities as possible, and really feel like I'm a part of the physical community of UVA. It makes me feel a lot more integrated, which has been so much fun.
I really wanted to make UVA my home away from home.
I kind of just really wanted to stay in the UVA community and not kind of move away from all of that.
So the community is very tight-knit.
The opportunity to be so closely knit with a bunch of other students.
It really makes it feel like a neighborhood, area, because there's not just our apartment building, but there's, I think, 3 others next to us.
Every year I have like a different community that I can be a part of. I meet a lot of like amazing people that I like see on grounds all the time. Living with those people for like a year can be really impactful and shape your experience.
And everyone follows the honor code. You don't really have to worry about leaving your stuff anywhere and it getting stolen. Everyone is very trustworthy around here, and it's really nice, and get to make a lot more connections than you would if you were to live off grounds.
I kind of wanted the comfort of a support system around me. I wanted RAs, I wanted an SR.
Having people who are kind of there, and their main prerogative is to build that community.
UVA has a huge emphasis on having that everyone live together first year, having that community and building those connections.
I just kind of wanted that HRL community in where I was living, just because I felt like I would have a little bit more support in the transition of being an upperclassman.
Transition from first to second year is pretty tough for some people, and I feel like living on grounds really eased that for me.
So many people that also stayed on grounds kind of really still want to foster that community that I really enjoyed.
I really like the community. They really do focus in on trying to build that.
It really helped me get more integrated here, which has been so great. It's so nerve-wracking as a transfer student coming in not knowing anybody, but this is such a tight-knit group, and it made it really easy, which is so nice.
A very easy process to live on grounds. You don't have to worry so much about finding your own lease.
It just felt a lot more convenient to just go through the school and not have to think about a landlord or amenities. It just seemed a lot easier to live on grounds, because also you didn't have to deal with the whole subletting problem in the summer.
It's a lot more convenient, basically leasing from the university, because they have the policies and everything is there.
I think it's a very easy application.
It can be a lot more difficult trying to find a landlord, and trying to find a good landlord, most importantly.
Because a lot of students, this is the first time living away from home, and you just don't know how to really go look for an apartment off grounds or sign a lease or all that.
I really like the flexibility of having time to contemplate on what I want to do, instead of going in first year and by that October needing to know who I want to live with and stuff. So I like the flexibility that it gave me.
I didn't have a situated friend group at the time that I was sure that I wanted to live with.
They were all planning on living together, and I kind of ended up being alone on who I was going to live with.
It's very hard to kind of start entering that housing market while also doing all of the school stuff and having all these academic kind of responsibilities on your shoulders. Living on grounds was just the best option for me.
I actually spoke to my first year RA, and she told me that there were a lot of great options for on-ground students, particularly in the different apartment styles and things like that.
If you want a roommate, if you want to be alone, if you want a kitchen, if you want just to be with a hall, or if you want isolated space mode, your door to open straight to outdoors. I feel like you can just have so many options here.
You know exactly what you're getting. You can look at all the layouts and floor plans online. You can really get a really good idea of what you're applying to when you choose to apply it to live on grounds.
All the utilities are included. I have a kitchen, I have a bathroom. I don't have to worry about those amenities so much.
The amenities are really nice. finding common areas like the gazebo here or the law school where you can go hang out with other residents and students at UVA. I think those are big factors that led to my decision to live on grounds.
Also, providing my own furniture. I think that was a big one because I didn't want to buy a huge couch when I live at home with my parents currently. Where would I put that couch in the summer? So it was great to have furniture already here.
I lived off grounds over the summer, and having to worry about that monthly payment or your electricity bill. I love the fact that here you just pay what you pay. There's not anything else that you really have to think about financially. It's a set cost. And that's, I think, really helpful to know what to budget for the year.
At the university, you have facilities and maintenance that you can access at any time.
UVA maintenance is great. They come very quick. They fix really any issue you really need very quickly, very efficiently. They're very kind. Getting the help you need is not hard to find on grounds.
And it was honestly just a lot simpler too. I didn't have to think about furniture. I didn't have to think about laundry. It was just all kind of set up for me. I'm not having a utility bill or things like that. And it was a nice entry into adulthood.
It's nice that UVA housing kind of guides you through the process of finding your home on grounds.
I wanted the resources that UVA provided through housing. I found that was important to me.
Sometimes it can get lonely if you live in an apartment. You don't really know who your neighbors are, but here you can really facilitate that connection.
Whether it's convenience or the love of the residential life, everyone is excited about living on grounds. I think that's part of also why it makes it so special and so personal.
The best part about living on grounds is everyone wants to get to know each other.
UVA really wants you to have the best experience you can have living here.
You want that community, you want those resources, but the most important thing is the opportunities that living on grounds brings you.
I definitely grappled with that question of do I want to live off grounds or do I live on grounds? And ultimately I decided on grounds because I knew myself there wouldn't be a lot of opportunities for me to get to know the people around me.
I'm so happy that I live on grounds because I really do feel really well supported. It feels like there are so many people that really care about you and want to see you succeed.